I get it. It's a new year. Either you have new goals, old goals you didn't achieve, or the same goal you've been working towards for a long time. You're struggling for motivation, maybe even purpose, or maybe you just can't seem to find the drive to get these things done. The reassuring thing is this means you're human. Now, I'm not a life coach, nor am I a psychologist or a therapist or anything anywhere close to that, but I'm human and I love movies. And I especially love it when a movie gives me a well-needed kick up the arse. So please allow me to do the exact same thing to you using the media of film. I picked 5 films, one for each part of locking in that I deem to be the most important. And yes, I'm fully aware this is a bit dramatic, but I do believe if you genuinely, truly want to lock in, it's very important you learn to appreciate each of these aspects for what they will do. And luckily for each one, I've got the film for you.
Keep going to the top, you're not done.
Hustle is a movie about a basketball player that only really plays to make some cash, but a talent scout in the NBA sees his talents for more than that. He takes him under his wing with the ambition of kickstarting his career as well as reviving his own. In the film Hustle, routine isn't just a montage. While most movies show their protagonist getting better through magic or pure dumb luck, Hustle shows the honesty of locking in, how it can be boring, repetitive, and an often painful process. The truth is, consistency and routine is so very important for actually achieving what it is you want to achieve. And that's what this movie shows you. It shows you that success can come if you just repeat your process again and again and again and remain consistent. I've watched this movie a few times now, and honestly I appreciate the reminder that locking in only ever works if you can apply yourself consistently. So watch this movie, and off the back of it, plan in time, in your calendar, wherever you need to, for when and how you're going to put the time in to actually achieve these goals that you've got. You might think this one's a bit rogue, but if you need to check your ego, I would honestly watch Cars. Honestly, Lightning McQueen is the perfect example of someone who is so blinded by his own potential that he forgets how to actually win. The logic to this is simple. Your ego can make you feel like you're a one-man team. Everyone has an ego. I actually think it's healthy to have one. It shows that you do have self-belief in certain areas of your life. But the important thing with an ego is making sure you've got a handle on it. Knowing someone in your life who has an inflated ego is a shared experience. We all know one. We can all think of one. So I love watching this film. This movie reminds me that the people I let into my life, the circle I create, is so important and means so much to the person I am and the person I want to become. You need people who will check your ego. And that's why I love movies, man. A movie about a car, a kid's movie about a car, no less, can make me reflect on something as deep as the circle I keep around me. But hey, it works for me, so it might work for you too.
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid.
Now, when it comes to hunger, we can only talk about Rocky 3. Most people will look at the first 2 films for inspiration, and so they should, but part 3 is the best example for remembering to stay hungry. In this movie, Rocky has already won, and that's his biggest problem. He's got the house, the cars, the fame, the woman, and because of that, he's lost the drive, unlike Lightning McQueen. That's terrible. It's one way to lose a viewer. Success can make you soft. A quote I love is, "Success breeds complacency, complacency breeds failure, only the paranoid survive." And I love it because I think that sums hunger up so well. If you've woke up today feeling lazy, it may mean that you're not hungry enough.
What's the matter with you? Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
It doesn't always mean that. As I said at the very beginning, I am not a professionally trained person to be talking about this. I can only speak from self-experience. But for me, whenever I've not wanted to apply myself to something, it's because I don't think deep down I ever cared enough about it. It's what I think I want, but if I'm not willing to put in the work, chances are it probably isn't. The brain is excellent at making you think you want things until you realise you have to put the effort in to get it. Then you realise what it is you actually want and what you actually don't care about. So this film's an excellent reminder that if you do want to stay at the top, you have to always act like you're at the bottom.
Not quite my tempo. Here we go.
Now we're moving from the hunger of Rocky 3 to something much lonelier. Locking in isn't just about having a good routine, and this movie is a phenomenal reminder of that. Whiplash is the ultimate logic check on what you're actually willing to lose. It also just so happens to be one of my favourite movies ever made. While the other movies on this list talk about balance and grit, Whiplash is about total, uncompromising sacrifice. Andrew Neiman doesn't just work hard. He burns his entire life to the ground just to earn a seat at the table. He dumps his girlfriend because he thinks she's going to be a distraction in the future. He alienates his family at the dinner table because they don't understand his ambition.
Come play with us. 4 words you will never hear from the NFL.
And he literally bleeds onto his drum set just to satisfy a teacher who thinks the words good job are the 2 most harmful words in the English language. It suggests that if you want to be the greatest, you have to stop being human and start acting like a machine. Don't do this. Find a balance. The realistic truth is that most of you aren't locking in because you're trying to keep everybody around you happy. But this film's a reminder that sometimes greatness is a lonelier road than you may think it is. You must weigh up, is this thing more important to me than this thing? That's the easiest way to determine whether or not you're spending your time in the right place. But before you go and, I don't know, leave your wife or leave the kids or whatever, there is one more level to this. Because once you've accepted the sacrifices you need to make, you need to know the specific obsession that makes it all make sense.
Hey, I'll rip that unibrow right off his forehead! You want to get physical? Like an ape?
The final boss of locking in, Marty Supreme. If Whiplash is about pain and focus, this movie is about the absolute manic joy of obsession. We're looking at Marty Mauser, a guy who treats the niche world of 1950s table tennis like it's a high-stakes war zone. The logic here is simple. It doesn't matter what your thing is, whether it's making YouTube videos, building a business, anything like that. If you care about it more than anyone else in the room, you're already winning. Marty is chaotic and obsessed with a sport that most people think is a joke. But he doesn't care because he's operating at a frequency that the average person just can't get their head around. I think this is the ultimate movie for people who are kind of in that limbo stage where they feel a bit embarrassed or they feel like self-conscious of what it is they're trying to achieve. They worry people will think it's too weird or they wouldn't understand or anything along those lines. But locking in isn't just about the grind and sticking to a routine. It's having the audacity to believe that your obsession is the most important thing in the world. When you watch this, pay attention to the pace. It's a chaotic marathon that mirrors the way a high-functioning brain actually works. It proves that once you combine the routine of hustle, the ego check of Cars, the hunger of Rocky, the sacrifice of Whiplash, you reach this final stage and it's just you and whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Oh, and for the record, the level of Marty in this movie is unsustainable and quite frankly unhealthy. So you're not failing if you're not there. I think that's the most important thing. You're on a journey, and just because maybe some of this isn't relatable to you yet or you feel like you're not quite there with it, you're not failing. So my logic check for you for the new year is apply these steps. If you want to lock in, apply these steps. Watch these movies. Go smash it. And I'll see you soon.